Tonight we expose a silent killer. Truckers call it El Espinazo del Diablo, the devil's spine. This is not just a road, it is a gauntlet of terror. Brave men and women, the lifeblood of our economy, face it daily. They carry our goods, our hopes, our future. But this route offers them only uncertainty and danger. How many more must suffer before action is taken? This report is a warning. We delve into the heart of this cursed highway. We will show you its unforgiving turns, its crumbling edges. We will reveal the stories of those who never made it home. Their families still wait. Their trucks, twisted monuments to tragedy. This is more than just a news story. For the trucking community, it is a matter of life and death. The asphalt is stained with loss. The wind whispers tales of horror. We are here to sound the alarm. The silence surrounding its dangers has been broken. The time for action is immediate. El Espinazo del Diablo is not just a name, it is a brutal reality. This treacherous route carves its way through the Sierra Perdida mountain range. It connects the vital industrial hub of San Valente with the remote northern territories. For approximately 150 kilometers, it is a relentless ascent and descent. The road is notoriously narrow, barely wide enough for 2 trucks to pass. Guardrails are a forgotten luxury in many stretches. The abyss is always just a few inches away. The exact location of its most feared segment lies between kilometer 73 and kilometer 112. This section is known locally as La Garganta del Condor, the Condor's throat. Here, the road clings precariously to sheer cliff faces. Sudden blinding fog can roll in without warning. Landslides are frequent, especially during the rainy season. The pavement, where it exists, is cracked and uneven. Maintenance is sporadic, almost an afterthought. Drivers report feeling the mountain itself breathing down on them. The stories are heartbreaking. They are whispered in hushed tones at truck stops, shared among those who brave the treacherous roads. They are etched in the memories of those left behind, haunting their dreams and daily lives. Last October, Ricardo El Gallo Morales, a veteran driver of 20 years, vanished on El Espinazo, a route he knew well. His rig was found 2 weeks later, abandoned and eerily silent. It was a mangled wreck at the bottom of a ravine, a grim testament to the dangers of the road. He was transporting essential medical supplies, a lifeline for many in need. Ricardo was a father of 3, a man whose life revolved around his family. His laughter will never again fill his home, leaving a void that can never be filled. His dreams died on that cursed road, a place now marked by sorrow and loss. Then there was young Sofia Carretera, a beacon of hope in a challenging industry. She was new to trucking, full of hope and determination, eager to make her mark. She was driving her first solo long haul, a milestone in her budding career. Her route included the Devil's Spine, a notorious stretch known for its peril. Witnesses say she was forced off the road by an oncoming speeding vehicle, a reckless act that sealed her fate. Neither the vehicle nor its driver were ever identified, leaving questions unanswered. Sofia's truck plunged into the icy Rio Silencio, a tragic end to a promising life. She was only 24 years old, her life cut short in its prime. Her bright future was extinguished in a moment of terror and negligence, a loss felt deeply by all who knew her. These are not isolated incidents, but part of a larger, more horrifying pattern. They are part of a horrifying pattern, a grim reminder of the dangers that lurk on El Espinazo. We spoke to those who have stared death in the face on El Espinazo del Diablo, also known as the Devil's Backbone. This treacherous stretch of road has claimed many lives and left countless others scarred. Their words paint a chilling picture of the dangers that lurk around every corner. "It was like the mountain wanted to swallow me whole," said Antonio Vargas, a driver with 15 years of experience. "The brakes were smoking, and I could feel the heat through the pedal. The cliff edge was crumbling right beside my tires, and one wrong move could have sent me plummeting into the abyss below. I prayed like never before," Antonio confessed, his voice trembling with the memory. "I still have nightmares about that hairpin turn," he added, describing the sharp curves that seem to defy the laws of physics. "Every time I close my eyes, I see the abyss, a dark void that haunts my dreams." Antonio now refuses to take that route, even if it means losing income. The risk is simply too great. Luisa Fernanda, a mother of 2, shared her terrifying ordeal. "I thought I would never see my children again," she said, her voice breaking. "A landslide started right in front of me, and I had no time to react. Rocks the size of cars came crashing down, blocking the road and threatening to crush my truck. There was nowhere to go, no escape route. I was trapped. I slammed the truck into reverse, praying the transmission wouldn't fail. I escaped by inches, my heart pounding in my chest. My hands were shaking for hours afterward, the adrenaline still coursing through my veins. I saw my children's faces, and I knew I had to make it home to them. That road doesn't just threaten your life, it threatens your soul. The fear stays with you long after you've left the mountain. Luisa now advocates for mandatory safety briefings for any driver assigned to El Espinazo. She believes that preparation can save lives. The fog. It's a white monster, recounts Esteban, who has driven the route for a decade. It swallows everything in its path, leaving you blind and vulnerable. The numbers do not lie. They paint a stark, undeniable picture of the carnage on El Espinazo del Diablo. According to the National Directorate of Transit Safety, this 150-kilometer stretch accounts for a horrifying 18% of all fatal trucking accidents in the entire country. Think about that. A tiny fraction of our road network is responsible for nearly 1/5 of all trucker deaths. This is not an unfortunate statistic. This is a national disgrace. This is a slaughter. Over the past 5 years alone, official figures report 78 fatalities directly linked to incidents on El Espinazo. That is more than one life extinguished every single month. 78 families shattered. 78 futures stolen. And experts believe the true number could be even higher. Many accidents in remote areas go unreported or are misclassified. The Ministry of Transport's own internal audits, leaked to us, suggest the figure could be closer to 100 deaths. We consulted with road safety engineers and transportation analysts. Their conclusions are unanimous and deeply troubling. Dr. Elena Torres, a leading civil engineer specializing in high-risk roadways, stated it plainly: El Espinazo del Diablo is a textbook example of outdated infrastructure struggling under modern demands. It was never designed for the volume or weight of today's heavy transport vehicles. Its geometry is fundamentally flawed for current traffic. The road itself is an accomplice. The problems are multifaceted. You have a deadly combination, explained Marco Benitez, a geological risk consultant. Steep gradients exceeding 12% in some areas. Unstable slopes prone to landslides. Hairpin turns with insufficient radius for long vehicles. Is there no other way? This is the question every trucker, every transport company must ask. The answer, thankfully, is yes. Alternative routes do exist. They may be longer. They may add to fuel costs. They may involve different logistical challenges. But can we truly put a price on a human life? Can we measure the cost of fuel against the cost of a father never coming home? The choice should be clear. Safety must always be paramount. One such alternative is the Ruta del Sur, the southern route. It bypasses the treacherous Sierra Perdida entirely. Yes, it adds approximately 200 kilometers to the journey. This translates to an extra 3 to 4 hours of driving time. For companies operating on tight margins, this is a consideration. But this route is predominantly flat. It is better maintained. While we fight for systemic change, truckers must take every possible precaution. Your life is invaluable. Before even approaching El Espinazo del Diablo, conduct a thorough pre-trip inspection. Check your brakes, check your tires, check your engine and transmission fluids. Ensure your lights are all functioning perfectly. This is not just routine, it is your first line of defense against a road that forgives no mistakes. Carry extra spare parts for common issues if possible. Communication is critical in such an isolated area. If your company policy allows, travel in convoys of 2 or more trucks. A companion on the road can be a lifesaver in an emergency. Invest in the best possible communication equipment, a powerful CB radio, or even a satellite phone if feasible. Inform your dispatcher of your exact departure time and estimated arrival. Set up regular check-in points. The time for silence is over. We can no longer turn a blind eye to the dangers that plague our roads. The time for excuses has passed. We must confront the reality that our infrastructure is failing us. The tragedies on El Espinazo del Diablo are not inevitable acts of God. They are preventable. And we have the power to change this. They are the direct result of neglect, of indifference, of a failure to prioritize human life. Our roads should be a testament to our commitment to safety, not a symbol of our disregard. We, as a society, must demand better. We must come together to advocate for the changes that will save lives. The brave truckers who keep our country moving deserve safe passage. They are the backbone of our economy, and their safety should be our priority. They deserve roads that are engineered for safety, not for terror. Roads that are maintained with care and foresight. They deserve to return home to their families. Every journey should end with a warm embrace, not a tragic loss. This is a call to action. A call to every citizen, every official, every company to take a stand. To the Ministry of Transport, we demand immediate and substantial investment in El Espinazo del Diablo. This is not just a request. It is a necessity. We demand proper maintenance, improved signage, emergency infrastructure, and a real plan to mitigate its dangers. These are the steps that will make a difference. To the transport companies, we urge you to prioritize the safety of your drivers over tight schedules and marginal cost savings. Your commitment to safety can set a powerful example. Explore and utilize safer alternative routes. Invest in technologies and training that enhance safety. Your drivers are your most valuable asset. Protect them. Their well-being is paramount to the success of your operations. To our lawmakers, we call for stronger regulations and stricter enforcement of road safety standards. We need accountability. We need transparency. We need laws that reflect the value of human life. The true cost of dangerous roads like El Espinazo must be acknowledged and addressed. Invest in studies. Listen to the experts. The time to act is now.